Why does your grandfather value loyalty? Your parents value hard work. You value freedom. And kids today are growing up with AI before they can even write properly? It's not just personality, it's generation. Every generation is shaped by the world they grew up in. Wars, economy, internet, smartphones, social media, and now artificial intelligence. And in the next few minutes, you'll finally understand all seven generations. First comes the silent generation, born between 1928 and 1945. These people grew up during the Great Depression and World War II. Life was difficult. Survival mattered more than happiness. They believed in discipline, sacrifice, respect, and stability. For them, getting a secure job wasn't optional, it was survival. Many stayed in one company for decades. They rarely complained. They followed rules. And they valued family reputation deeply. This generation built the foundation for modern society. Next came the baby boomers, born between 1946 and 1964. After the war ended, economies started growing rapidly, opportunities increased, jobs increased, money started flowing. This generation believed hard work could guarantee success. They are the reason the classic 9-to-5 job culture became normal. Boomers often define success as a house, a stable job, and retirement savings. Work became identity, and many of today's parents belong to this generation. Then came Generation X, born between 1965 and 1980. This is one of the most balanced generations ever. Why? Because they experienced both worlds' life before the internet and life after technology exploded. They grew up independently. No smartphones, no GPS, no social media. They solved problems themselves. Gen X became practical, adaptable, and mentally tough. They are often called the bridge between old-school values and modern technology. Next came Millennials, born between 1981 and 1996. This generation grew up during the rise of the internet. They saw the transition from dial-up computers to smartphones to social media. Unlike previous generations, millennials were told something very different: follow your passion. And that changed everything. They started valuing experiences over possessions, travel, creativity, flexibility, purpose. They normalized startup culture, remote work, and personal branding. But they also faced rising living costs, economic crises, and intense competition. This generation works hard but also questions the system. Then came Gen Z, born between 1997 and 2012, the first true digital native generation. They never experienced life without the internet. For Gen Z, smartphones are normal, social media is normal, streaming is normal. Their world moves fast. They consume information in seconds, which is why short-form content exploded. Reels, Shorts, TikTok. Attention spans became shorter, but creativity became faster. Gen Z is highly aware of mental health, online identity, and financial independence. They don't just consume content, they create it. Now we arrive at Generation Alpha, born between 2013 and 2025. These kids are growing up with tablets, voice assistants, and AI tools from childhood. For them, touchscreens are more natural than keyboards. Many are learning from YouTube before school. This generation may become the smartest and most technologically connected generation in history, but there's also concern: less outdoor play, shorter focus, higher screen addiction. Humanity is entering completely new territory with Gen Alpha. And finally, Generation Beta. Born after 2025, this generation is still emerging. But experts believe they'll grow up in a world deeply connected with artificial intelligence, automation, virtual reality, and smart environments. AI may become as common to them as electricity is to us. They may not learn technology, they may live inside it. Now let's compare them quickly. One situation, different generations, a job. Silent generation, stay loyal. Boomers, work harder. Gen X, be practical. Millennials, find purpose. Gen Z, protect peace and mental health. Gen Alpha, probably Can AI do it for me? Now content consumption. Boomers watch television. Millennials grew up with YouTube. Gen Z lives on Reels and Shorts. And Gen Alpha, they skip videos after 3 seconds. Technology changed every generation differently. Gen X learned technology, millennials adapted to technology, Gen Z was born into technology, and Gen Alpha is being raised by it. So now you understand why different generations think differently. It's not just age, it's the world they grew up in. And honestly, every generation thinks the next one is strange. Maybe that never changes. So, which generation are you from? Comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Mind Mechanics, where we decode human behavior, psychology, and the future of society. See you in the next one.